This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
Welcome to DBL. Hello, everyone. It's Monday, April 20th. If you are a new viewer, we are so glad to have you here. We're the mac and cheese of TV. I also love mac and cheese, and I'm wearing what looks to be mac and cheese. Hi to all you OGs out there as well. I am Tori. I'm all by myself in the studio. But my friends Stephanie Jones and Jeff Schroeder are joining me from home. Jeff, looking great in that black button-up, ready for business. Am I right?
Navy blue, navy blue.
Looking
but
good.
Yes, thank you. And I'm sure you look fantastic in your macaroni and cheese outfit.
I really appreciate that. Steph, looking great. I love a good cutout. Love the cutout.
Oh, I know. Thought I'd jazz it up for a Monday, Tori. Look, that's me trying to be edgy.
Edgy. And I'm pulling the Steph hair thing because I don't know what to do with this part of the hair, so I just pulled a Steph. I hope you don't mind. I totally copied your style. So sorry.
Oh, never.
Okay, thank you. Let's get to the news. All across the world, more than 20 million people tuned in to watch the One World Together at Home virtual concert on Saturday night. Lady Gaga picked the musical lineup for the event, which raised more than $127 million for the World Health Organization's COVID-19 response fund. All three late-night hosts came together to host it. Let's take a look at some of the night's biggest moments. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Take a look.
When you're not strong, and I'll be a friend. I'll help you carry on. You can't always get what you want. Now you can't always get what you want.
In doctor's office lighting, I didn't tell you I was scared.
Is she sorry?
At the end, with Andrea Bocelli singing some prayer, it was unbelievable. Jeff, give me your two takes on what you thought was fantastic.
Well, it was, first of all, the whole thing was fantastic. Let me just say that. They raised so much money. I thought the whole thing was a great idea. And you got to get a little inside perspective of some of the people's homes. But, I mean, I hate to be cliche, but that ending was phenomenal.
Did you cry? Just say you did. You cried, right?
You know, I might have had a little wine and I get a little emotional. When Andrea Bocelli came on, a little tear might have came down.
Oh my God. And if you don't know, he's not wearing sunglasses to be cool. He's blind. I hope people understood that. No one got it. Steph, what were some of your favorite moments?
Well, obviously you mentioned the queen that is Jennifer Hudson, and you played some of that just before we started talking about it, and that voice, it's so gospel and it's so religious and just beautiful. And like the people say, literally takes you to church, right?
Yes.
She does. It's just so moving. I loved it. But we'll talk about, I think we're talking a bit later about celebs in their homes, so I'll save my other one for that.
Okay, that's fair. I also really liked, if you got a chance to see Lizzo, she did Change Is Gonna Come, which is one of my favorite songs. But if you have a chance to listen to it, she does this like high note when her tongue like comes out. It's like a Whitney Houston moment. Anywho, I would definitely give it a shot. The One World event also gave us a chance to, as Jeff said, peek into the homes of celebrities, which was almost as entertaining as the performances themselves. So there we have 73-year-old Elton John performing I'm Still Standing in his driveway in front of a basketball hoop. Who knew Elton liked to play ball? He's got two little balls right there, just like his first two sons, I bet. Of course, Jimmy Fallon's epic treehouse made a lot of kids and adults scream with envy. There's even a slide in the back. I think it's a 2-story playhouse treehouse. I was like obsessed. John Legend showed off that he's, well, a legend. The EGOT winner sang Stand By Me in front of his many, many, many awards. We get it, John. You're talented. But the runaway star was pop singer Charlie Puth. Oy, the 28-year-old sang his hit song See You Again, but all we saw was your unmade messy bed in the background. One viewer pointed out that, hey, Charlie actually looks like he's been in lockdown. Do we give him some, are we going to make fun of him, Steph, for the unmade bed, or are we giving him a pass?
Oh, come on, let's give him a pass,
Okay.
you know, it's fine. It's quarantine. Most of us are laying in bed half the day anyway, aren't we? So it's
true.
fine.
All right, so go
I
ahead.
wanted to talk about, this reminded me of you massively when I saw it. So Jennifer Lopez contributed, and she's got the most beautiful home with A-Rod in Florida. But in this particular video, she sat outside in what I imagine is her garden, and it's just filled with fairy lights. And she's singing the song People. I mean, I don't really know if she's got the right voice for people. She's fantastic and I love her and I appreciate the effort, but I just love seeing her in a more stripped down version of J-Lo, which was still ultra glam and reminded me of you and your garden with all your fairy lights.
I'm obsessed, and I was like so obsessed with her look. I gotta be honest, People is a very hard song to sing. That is a Barbara Streisand song. She had Barbara Streisand on her sweatshirt right there. I don't know, J-Lo. I don't know. Pretty good, not great, but she did try. I think that was important, right? Jeff, what did you learn from People's Houses?
I love getting a little inside perspective, as I said before, of seeing into people's houses. I don't want to judge them too much. How old is Charlie Puth? In his early 20s, I
Like
would
12?
imagine. So he's
yeah.
a young kid being a kid, right? So, I mean, that's him being him. I can't judge him. I sound like an old man. But speaking of old men, Jimmy Fallon's more around my age. That guy is a grown adult. Wouldn't you guess that he'd have something like that at his house?
Yeah, isn't that the rat? I think it's fantastic. And I think my friend who owns Third Love, he put a slide in the office because he's ADD and he would always talk to people on the way down. So he just slides down. It's a smart idea. It's a quicker way. Transport. All right, high school seniors will not be going to prom this year, which stinks, I know, but thanks to actor John Krasinski, who's killing it during the coronavirus, many still got the chance to wear their gowns and tuxes this weekend. The Office star held a virtual prom Friday, and very famous friends like the Jonas Brothers, Billie Eilish joined too. They had slow dances, they had promposals. Teens did their best to recreate prom at home. And even parents got into the spirit. Check out this dad acting as the adult chaperone in his living room. Love it. Great. Jeff, would you you like this?
I love this, Tori. Yeah, you know why? Because listen, you could either do two things, okay? You could pick two avenues to go down, two roads, if you will. You could complain about the way things are right now and that you missed out on your prom and, you know, life isn't going the way you thought it was. Or you could accept this and be like, hey, listen, remember when we graduated 20 years ago and it was that whole COVID-19 thing? How cool was that we all got together virtually and we still celebrated and made the best of it? That's what you got to do. You got to make the best of these situations. I'm not saying it's a good situation for any senior, especially in sports or missing out on your prom, but it is a very unique situation that you'll never forget the rest of your life.
I guess the word there is adaptation, right? The quicker you adapt to the new situation, the more successful you'll be. That's, of course, also true of any survival instinct. I read a lot of books about shipwrecks, and they say that's important too. Steph, I want to get your take on this. I'm so random. If your social media looks anything like mine, you're noticing a lot of people really going into baking, like so much baking on lockdown. Katherine Schwarzenegger is no different, except Chris Pratt isn't taste testing our baked goods. Her famous hubby crashed her recipe video for shortcake. Let's check it out.
I'm here to attest that Catherine's banana bread, truly remarkable. I love it. I got a little giddy inside when she said both those loaves are for us. They'll be gone in less than a day.
What a kiddo. Steph, my dad's been baking. He made a flourless chocolate cake for Passover, a Mandelbrei.
Nice.
Are you baking bread and stuff? I don't have like flour at my house.
Okay, I'm not baking bread. I've seen a lot. Bread is like the thing, isn't it? And to be honest, I probably would have, but whenever I've gone to the supermarket, or as you would say, the grocery store, yeast is nowhere to be found, Tori. So I decided to make my own. Oh, it was disastrous. I should have brought it on to show you, but I decided to make a thing called golden syrup.
Oh.
It's kind of like maple syrup and honey. It's in England, it's like a really big thing that you add to a lot of desserts, but they don't sell it in America. So I tried to make my own. It went rock hard. Wasn't the best. And the reason I made it was because you can see a bit here. I've got it as my little snack.
Oh,
this
yum.
is called a flapjack in England. It's oats and syrup all together. So I've been you make it in like a big pan and like cut it up. But I know that in America, flapjack is kind of like a pancake. So this is like an English flapjack.
Oh, a flapjack
so there you go.
and a golden syrup. I'm learning so much. Jeff, are you doing new
That's
hobbies?
what's in there, yeah.
That's really good. I'm needle pointing like crazy, and I tempera'd my shrimp. I'm sure that's not a verb. What are you doing?
You know, again, I hate to be redundant, but still working on these projects. I can't wait to show you guys what I did upstairs. I 95% finished with my bedroom. It looks fantastic.
Nice.
And but other than that, Tori, I've never eaten so much pasta, I think, in my life. And I grew up, you know, with an Italian mother. I am just pounding pasta. I don't know what it is. It's being in quarantine. Maybe it's like the comfort food of pasta. But me and my wife made an agreement today. Like, listen, we're gonna cool it on the pasta for a little bit, and we're gonna go outside. Even if it's a walk around the block, we're getting outside and getting some exercise. We're starting today.
There you go.
We're making the best of this quarantine.
There you go. Basta on the pasta. Stephanie and Jeff, don't go too far. You're sticking around. Coming up on DBL, nurses on the front lines get married in front of a packed church, but it's not what you think. Plus, a new show on TLC is putting drag queens in charge of makeovers. Oh, I would so love this show. And we're chatting with one of the stars, why they're the perfect divas for the job. And as we go to break, check out our empty studio. I want to give a shout out to all the DBL employees working from home. We'll be right back. Pandemic has forced us to change how we live our lives, and for some, how to get married. Well, powerful video shows a Louisiana bride walking down the aisle next to her father in a mask, and her empty pews are filled instead with pictures of loved ones who are supposed to attend in person. Aww. The couples getting married are both nurses. Bless them. Seriously, bless them. They are each taking care of patients with COVID-19. They also live streamed their ceremony. I mean, this is Look, we have people in the studio, as of now, Jeff and Steph, that literally had to cancel their weddings, move their weddings. And, you know, we say adapt, but it's not easy when you're moving such a big thing. Jeff, how hard do you think it would be to have to rearrange everything for a wedding? Although you did it at the courthouse.
Yeah, we did it at the courthouse. Listen, different strokes for different folks. If you want to move that, this is something you have to do. I feel bad because there's so much planning and stress that goes into it. To take a whole wedding and then move it to another month isn't as easy as it sounds. There's different, you know, variables involved.
Yeah.
But this is exactly what I was talking about in the last story. You got to adapt, especially for two people working on the front lines. They're not only going to remember this the rest of their lives, obviously, because it's their wedding. They're going to remember the time. They're sending a message out right now. And I really think this is a beautiful thing that they're doing. I know it looks sad to other people, but I think it's beautiful.
I do too. Mazel tov. I think it's a wonderful thing, and thank you for both being nurses. Steph, talk about a special delivery in North Carolina. Get this, a bride and groom carried on their intimate wedding despite many obstacles, including the last-minute delivery of a wedding ring. That dude is so good. That's right. The FedEx delivery driver ran onto the beach with the package, making him their official ring bearer. That's cutting it close, right, Steph?
Oh yeah, but I love this. It just goes to show, you know, where there's a will, there's a way, and they did it. Two of my best friends, Lisa and Simon, they were due to get married in Scotland, and obviously in England it's the same. Everyone's on lockdown, everything's been cancelled. So on the day of their wedding, we had a big Zoom with all of the wedding party, and one of their friends is I don't know what word is. What's the word called where you can marry someone?
Oh,
what's
like
the word? It's not
an
a priest.
Or ordained minister or a priest. Yeah, you could say that.
That's
yeah.
the one.
Yeah.
So they did all their vows with everyone watching, and we all had a glass of champagne, and we had like a little digital wedding. And obviously it's not official, but it was really nice seeing them, like hear them say their vows, and they had a first dance and a kiss, and we all watched. It was really cute.
And you won't forget it. That's amazing. I'm so happy. But adapting is hard, but we think it's the best thing for everyone. Thank you guys. Steph and Jeff will be back and checking in with you later. Next on DBL, Drag Race alum Alexis Michele gives Erica the lowdown on a new makeover show with drag queens in the driver's seat, plus some simple beauty tricks to level up your look on your next Zoom call. Oh, I need this.
Watching the news these
Welcome back to DBL. If you need some more feel-good TV in your life, there's this new show I can't wait to check out after watching DBL. Of course, Alexis Michele was a top contestant on RuPaul's Drag Race. Now she's giving out life-changing makeovers in TLC's new drag show, and the name is fantastic. You ready? Dragnificent. Sorry, you can watch the first episode tonight. But first, Alexis gave Erica a little sneak peek in today's DBL Spotlight.
Welcome, Alexis Michele, to Daily Blast Live. Now, Alexis, I want to get right into it because Dragnificent is the feel-good TV that we all need right now.
No matter who you are or where you're from, there's a queen in all of us.
Now, I just want to check on you really quick, your well-being check, because I know that you are a proud New Yorker. You are in quarantine. How are you holding up right now?
I'll tell you what's probably been the most helpful thing for me is taking care of my new puppy, George, who's taking a nap right here. I'm sorry to interrupt your nap, George. He's a little groggy, but he's been a great friend and companion during this time. Haven't you, George?
I love
Yes, you
that.
have.
And so many people have decided
I'll
to
let
go
him
the
get
route
back to
of
his nap.
inviting a furry friend home. Oh my goodness, I love it. People who aren't familiar with the drag queen scene, please enlighten the children about why queens make the best people to give a makeover.
Well, I mean, I know it's hard to tell because, of course, I just rolled out of bed and I'm not wearing any makeup, but rumor has it we know a thing or two about hair and makeup.
Yeah.
They say drag queens are like the tastemakers of the world, I think. And the fact that anyone derives inspiration from us and from me is a real humbling honor, and I wear that hat with pride.
Just the idea of getting a makeover, putting different clothes on, changing your look, there's so much power in those actions that a lot of people seem to think are aesthetic or trivial.
At first glance, they might seem trivial because they seem so exterior, but what you have to remember is that the first person you're doing all of that for is yourself. And it's about how it makes you feel.
So do you have any tips or tricks for people who can do something simple but make themselves feel great for their Zoom or FaceTime call?
If you're looking to put on a little bit of easy glam, I would say 3 steps are the most important. First, fill in your brow, sculpt your brow with a little gel, whatever you need to do to make your brows pop. The second thing is define your lash line. Even if it's just a little mascara, it'll really make your eyes pop. And then, of course, whatever color or product makes you feel powerful on your lip, for me, it's a bright red lip. And if a bright red lip makes you feel good, then slap it on, baby, and have a great day doing it.
I have a bold matte berry child, and I have been rocking this since quarantine began. Alexis Michele, I appreciate you so much for spending a little time with us on Daily Blast Live. Everyone, check out Dragnificent on TLC tonight because it is all the fab and it's feel good. It's exactly what we need right now. Thank you again, Alexis. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by...
Hello, I'm William.
Welcome back. If you see a flying salad, you know it's time for DBL Health Blast, sponsored by eHealth. So if you're feeling like your skin is out of whack and freaking out, you're not alone. So think about it. We're all inside more, which is a lot drier than outside. Plus, we're washing our hands a lot more, which can turn your skin into sandpaper. So here are some ways to help you. When you wash your face, make sure you're using mild soaps. And then always apply a moisturizer cream to wet skin right after you shower. If you want, try serums and retinols. They protect against that extra light that comes from computer screens. And when it comes to your health, for affordable, quality health insurance, call eHealth at 1-800-850-0679. Steph, is your face, it looks like it's glowing. How's your skin been?
It's doing all right. You know what? The weather in Colorado is so unpredictable.
Yeah.
One day it's sunny and hot, the next day it's snowy, so you've got to always be moisturising. And I rely really heavily on the not purifier that you got me.
Yeah, the humidifier.
It releases moisture into the air.
The humidifier.
That's the one. I rely heavily on that. If you hadn't have got me that, Tori, when I first came, I don't know what I'd do, to be honest.
It's true. When like Steph first arrived, or Jeff and I first arrived, we would be like, good morning, and smile, and our skin would just like crack because it was so dry. How's your skin doing in this, Jeff?
You know, as I get older, it's something that I've learned to take care of more. Jure, our makeup artist, taught me a lot about taking care of my skin. My wife's really into it. So I have humidifiers all over the house. I still get bloody noses because it's so dry here in Denver, but it's like one of my pet peeves. If you ever meet me in person and shake my hands, they're silky smooth, baby.
Super great way of ending the show. Thank you, Stephanie and Jeff. Reminder, we're on Facebook and YouTube. We will be back, same time, same place tomorrow with the silky hands. Goodbye.